Auvbri here, and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are here doing the modern beach house. Now, before we get into this house is a house that is built on a live stream, on several live streams actually. So if you don't know, I'm live streaming on twitch.tv/Auvbri. There is a link in the description down below where you can follow me on Twitch and gets notifications every single time I go online for a stream. But I used to stream here on YouTube. I've switched over to Twitch and I'm really loving it over there, so go check out my Twitch page. Again, link in the description down below. So yeah, this is a build that we build on several live streams. And it actually took me 3 or 4 live streams, I believe, to do this build, and then I had to go in and do some of the stuff myself as well because it was a very big house. Initially I didn't want this house to be this big. I don't know why in the end it turned out to be so huge, because in my mind when we started out I just wanted to do like a little beach bachelor pad. But it turned out to be this whole big thing with this huge mansion. So we actually ended up having several, I believe 4 or 5 bedrooms. We have 3 bathrooms, multiple living rooms, a big kitchen area and stuff like that. So it actually turned out to be a pretty huge build. And I actually had to cut a lot in the footage here as well, because each stream that I did, I believe there was 3 streams, maybe 4 streams, but each of those streams that I did actually lasted for about 1 hour and 45 minutes each. And then I did a lot of work on the build, like fine detailing and stuff like that on my own. So it actually ended up being quite a huge build and quite a lot of footage that had to be cooked down so it wouldn't be super long. I know it is a little over 30 minutes long, but you know, you can always pause the video and come back to it if that is what you like. So we're working on the build here. I knew I wanted to have this huge glass piece in the middle of the build connecting the two, once we actually started figuring out that this build was going to be a huge build. So that's what we're actually working on right now. So we have these huge or not huge, but we have these glass flooring pieces that came with this island living expansion pack, which I knew as soon as I saw them, I knew I just had to do something modern with them. So we created this huge glass piece in the middle. We have some scaled up versions of the glass flooring, and we have some smaller ones as well. And I knew I wanted to use them for like glass ceiling. So we have several of those little features around the space. And yeah, we like a good thing about a live stream is when I'm not really sure of what I want the build to look like, for example with styles and stuff. You can see we're kind of mixing different styles here, and I asked you guys on the stream what type of brick we should use here, because I again am very indecisive when I build, and I will change stuff 1,000 times without you actually seeing it, because I usually edit that stuff out because I'm very indecisive. So having the help of you guys as well is a really cool thing to have, and you kind of get your input in the build as well. One thing that is going to change, as you could kind of see from the video tour in the beginning, that's what should we call it, wooden paneling that we have on most of the house right now is actually going to switch. So I'm gonna switch that out for something more contemporary and not too much in your face ish. So we're actually going to switch it out for a blue wooden paneling instead. I also just thought to myself that it looked better. So sometimes when I build, I actually need to take a step back from the build that I'm currently doing, take a step back and kind of look at the build from afar and say like, okay, this is just not working for me. So that's what we did here. So I went back into it and didn't really like the way that the orange wooden paneling looked. So we actually went back in and changed them. to the blue one, and I think the blue one was also just a lot more contemporary and nice looking. So yeah, again, we're still working on the finer detailing here. This is a lot of the stuff that I'm usually doing when I'm building, like adjusting detailing. Like if there's something I don't like, for example, the one or the thing that we're doing with the flower arrangement on the top roof half here, I'm gonna change it and I'm gonna delete stuff until I think it looks good. It was just a bit too much, so we actually went back in, changed it, made it look better. I moved stuff, and I didn't want it to be too overgrown. I just wanted it to be modern looking, but still, you know, have that kind of edge where we can kind of see that nature is playing a huge part in the build. And we did have a lot of these grass patches on the roofing pieces as well, so I just thought, you know, flowers, no, not so much, they don't really fit in here. So I deleted them and started all over. I also were doing like a flower bed here with stones. Again, it's gonna look a bit different in the end because I did not like the border that I created here. I thought it would look good, but again, no, it was just it was just not working for me. If you think that my voice sounds maybe a bit weird today, it's because I actually have a very sore throat. Yeah, from sleeping with the window open. So it's been very cold here in Denmark the last couple of days. Very windy, very cold wind indeed, and not a lot of sun. The sun is out today actually, so it's about 25 degrees today. Very sunny, nice weather, but that has not been the case for the last couple of days. So yeah, excuse me, but it got the better of me, and now I sound like a old man who's like been drinking for 50 years. So I hope that's okay with you. So again, this build was very huge. I didn't initially intend it to be this big, but it turned out to be. And as most of you know, interior design is doing the interior of my builds is the struggle that I have with my builds. I am not an interior person. I mean, I always get told that I'm very good at it, but I honestly do not enjoy doing the interior as much as the exterior. So that is also why I split this up into multiple streams when I started doing this build, because the interior was just so heavy and we had so many rooms to do. So I'm just working on the layout here for the whole build. We're also going, I don't know if we're going to actually keep that flooring. I honestly can't remember because I changed it so many times. And it did take a lot of time to edit this video. So yeah, I can't remember what, I believe this is the final flooring too. So inside of the build here, I'm still working on some windows and stuff, but inside, the style inside the build here is going to be a what can we call it, like a modern beach house vibe. So I tried to mix, kind of like I did with the farmhouse that we did a bit back. I tried to mix the styles of modern with this beach house vibe. So I do use a lot of modern items, but I also mix and match them with a lot of the new beach stuff that came with island living, just to you know, get a type of new fresh style. And I think it turned out really freaking awesome in the end. A lot of the items that actually came with the island living expansion pack was oh my god, that was so German, was very, very island inspired, like from Hawaii and stuff like that. But when you actually look at some of the swatches and you mix them with the right furniture, you can make stuff look really modern looking. So here I was working on the interior. My lovely Aussie friend Maddie, also known as Witchery, said that hey, you can just like use this concrete stuff for the walls inside. That would look really good, and it did. I really liked the way that looked, so actually, yeah, I was working on some stuff in the flooring here. It was kind of like not good. It was very annoying to work with. But yeah, the flooring, it's this concrete flooring from the Jungle Adventures game pack. And, not flooring, wallpaper. And I will have to say that it is probably my new favorite wallpaper. I really love the way that it looks. And, especially in this house, a lot of polished concrete in this build, but it kind of mixes really well together with a lot of the modern items that we're working on. So yeah, here is when we start furnishing the interior. And again, you can see there's over half the video left, so the rest of this build is just gonna be interior for the most part. There is a bit exterior stuff going on, but again, not that much. So we have a lot of rooms to cover in this build, and not all of the rooms are gonna be shown off in the video tour either. So you're gonna have to download the build from the gallery if you want to see the rest of them. But again, I was working with the modern vibes here. So I knew in this huge glass entrance, you could see through to the other side. So I knew I had to do something where I could kind of have a nice living room space going on here. So I created this nice living room space in the middle. We use a lot of whites and grays and blacks in this build, and again, kind of enhance that with throwing in splashes of colors like the blue couches that we have, or lots of greenery around the place, because as in my own apartment, that's really what I like to do. So yeah, in my own apartment, that's the style as well I'm going for. So I have a lot of gray, black, white furniture, and I throw in a lot of accent colors in form of plants and stuff on the walls and stuff like that, just to really enhance the overall feel and look of it. And again, here we have a very modern looking space, but throwing in a rug that has this beachy vibe to it really helps to accent the whole feel and really bring the modern slash beach vibe together. I have these new curtains that also came with the Island Living pack, where you can actually see through them, so they are see-through. But first of all, I just want to say what a freaking amazing expansion pack. So if you haven't gotten Island Living yet, do yourself a favor, go check it out. Sorry, that was Sorry. She was doing something she was not supposed to do. But if you haven't checked out that expansion pack or bought it yet, even looked at it, do yourself a favor and go look at it. It's a great expansion pack, especially for builders. There's a lot of stuff, and gameplay wise, there's also a lot of really good stuff in this one. So do yourself a favor and spend the $40 and get the expansion pack. It is very well worth it. So it's probably on my top 3 of expansion packs for The Sims 4 at the moment. So yeah, highly recommend that expansion pack. But going back into the pack here, we're still doing living rooms. So there's going to be tons of these small living spaces where your sim can just hang out. And when I actually did these rooms here, I initially didn't know what to do with all of the rooms, because we had so many rooms, guys, like ridiculously many rooms. And again, I never intended this build to be this big, so I didn't know what to do with all of these rooms. I mean, there's only so many rooms that you can fill up with with bedrooms and office areas and stuff like that. So it was really about figuring out what we can do with all of these rooms. But yeah, I think we have about 4 or 5 bedrooms. We have 2 office areas. There's like 3 bathrooms. We have multiple like little hobby rooms and hobby areas and reading nooks and pool areas and a area where your sim can take a shower after the pool as well. So I have all of these smaller areas for the different things, but it was just about figuring out how to actually make it work with the overall big build that we had here. So we're working on the kitchen area here. Probably my favorite thing to do in The Sims 4 is to build the kitchen, because again, I'm a chef, so the kitchen is kind of where I want to be in a room or a house if I were to pick one. The kitchen or the living room is definitely the places that you would find me in a house like this. But yeah, as I'm doing the kitchen area here and trying to do the dining room, which is also going to be in this room, I can just talk about my new logo design. So if you haven't watched it, seen it on my Twitch channel or on my Discord page, also link to both of those in the description down below, or my Twitter page as well, where I also changed the logo and my banner as well. I have made a new logo. So it's still the same logo design, but I've changed the color scheme, so we have this more retro feel to it. It wasn't in the intro and it's not going to be in the outro of this video. I'm still working on doing the intro and outros with the new logo and making it fit in with the new vibe, but it has this really nice retro feel. And you can see it on my channel banner as well. I think it looks really cool, but tell me in the comment section down below what you think about it. There should be the watermark on the video as well with the new logo on it. I really love the way that it looks, and it just fits the overall new vibe of my Twitch channel as well. And I wanted to have like a cohesive, nice look across all of my social media. So yeah, tell me in the comment section down below what you thought about the new logo. If you like it, if you don't like it, prefer the old one. Yeah, tell me down below. I really want to get some feedback on it. And yeah, while I've been rambling on, we have jumped ahead in the video. So we have some more rooms figure out now. I tried to figure out what I could do with this space. Again, don't worry, the bigger rooms and the most important of the rooms is going to be shown in the video tour in the end, which, by the way, I'm not going to talk over this time around. I usually talk over the video tour, but I'm not going to do it this time around because it is a very long video and I feel like you're probably not going to want to listen to my sore throat for that much longer. Also, yeah, it's actually really hurting to speak for this long, so I'm not going to talk over the video tour, but again, you can watch it, and every single one of the important rooms should be featured in the video tour. A room like this one is not featured, I do not believe, but it is a really cool room. And again, if you want to figure out how the whole house looks without having to watch the video, there is a link to the download of this build from the gallery below, or you can just search my origin ID and you should also be able to find it on the gallery. And for those of you who keep asking, which is totally fine that you do, but I'm gonna keep saying it, I only upload to the gallery. And the reason for that is if it's because you don't have a legal version of the game, or you for some reason don't use the gallery because you don't have an internet connection or whatever it might be. First off, if you use an illegal version of the game, I'm not gonna help you support that, because if you don't buy the games legally, the company just doesn't make any money, which means that we're not gonna get more Sims games, which means that I am probably going to have to do something else for my YouTube channel. And I really don't want to do that because I love the game. So support your developers, no matter what game it is, buy it. Like, it's as simple as that, guys. Buy your games, support the developers, and they will keep supporting you. That is honestly what I do believe. Now, when it comes to uploading my things to the Sims resource and stuff like that, is just too complicated when all I need to do this way is to press a button, yeah, that's right. Press a button to upload it to the gallery, which everybody with an internet connection and a valid game code can use. So again, I only upload to the gallery, and it should just be the place that people uses. So yeah, that's my choice, and I honestly think that's my prerogative. Again, use the gallery. Why wouldn't you? It's the easiest way to get stuff and to share stuff as well. Yeah, I was just in the stream. I remember that part. I was looking at the corner over here, and I did not know for the life of me what to do in that corner. We did go back in another stream and actually start furnishing, and this is the stream right here, I believe, where my lovely friend Frankie Valerie, who also has a Twitch channel, she's hilarious. She does some very weird random stuff sometimes. The other day I catched her stream where she was drawing in Photoshop, and I honestly did not understand what the hell was going on, but I laughed so hard because it was so random. I loved it. But yeah, when I started doing this room that I'm doing right now, I couldn't figure out what the heck to do with this room because it's a very weird layout over in this half of the mansion. So I was just like, yeah, the room knows what it needs. It's feng shui or whatever, something like that. And Frankie actually posted a video to my Discord page. It also should be on my Twitch page as well, where I literally say, the room knows. That's it. And I laughed so hard at that. That's so stupid. Like, why would I say that? But again, that's just the way that I am. We have a lot of space up here, and it is a very weird layout. So there's a lot of like these little reading nooks, seating areas and stuff like that. And we're actually going to delete that wall with the doorway in it there and actually extend that. And I'm going to put in some like hobby stuff, like an easel and a little piano area as well, stuff like that, just to like, because I initially wanted it to be a bathroom, but we had like a huge bathroom up here anyway, so it didn't really make sense to convert it into a bathroom either. So I just extended it. Going downstairs here. No, okay, we're working in the bathroom. Again, I'm all over the place, guys. When I'm built, I'm all over the place. And like, if there's something I'm done with, it's done. Something I might come back to because I get another idea, or I just simply don't know what to do in the moment. That's just usually the way that I build, and it seems to be working fine for me. So if it ain't broke, why fix it? But this is the biggest of the bathrooms. Also, yeah, I don't know. I still don't enjoy doing bathrooms. I honestly don't. And if you do, that's totally fine. But I hate it. I hate doing bathrooms. Also, just because I feel like all my bathrooms, for some reason that God only knows why, I feel like my bathrooms always, even though I really try to make them look different, I feel like they always end up looking the same because the amount of stuff that we have for the bathrooms, like toilets and stuff, is very limited. It's the same way with the kitchen stuff too, but it is a bit easier to work around that because a lot of kitchens just do look look the same. And it works with different styles, but I don't really think that is the case in the bathrooms department here. Yeah, the styles is not that varied, so this is where I'm gonna like get a mental breakdown soon, because because we have these glass floorings on top here. My sim was having a hard time actually getting upstairs. Yeah, getting upstairs, and it wasn't actually the glass flooring that was the deal. It was the staircase, and for some unknown reason, which I still haven't figured out, I just needed to turn the staircase around the other way and he could walk up fine. There wasn't any windows in the way, there wasn't any like stuff in front of the staircase. It just didn't work, and we fixed it. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. I'm working on one of the kids' guest bedrooms. So again, this is built as a kind of vacation home, but you can totally use it as a full-time home if you so want to. This is actually one of my favorite rooms in the house. It's very calming, very like minimalistic, nice looking, and that's just what I wanted. We have another guest bedroom here with a double bed this time around. It is a bit more muted in the colors, so I wanted to bring in a lot of colors in the form of plants and decorations on the walls as well, but mostly it's just black and white stuff in here. And we're actually getting very close to the video tour. So again, before we jump into the video tour, I just want to remind you, you can get this build on the gallery right now. Just search my origin ID, which is Auvbri, or use the link in the description down below. While you're in the description down below, why not go check out my social media pages? So I have Twitter and Discord, which is the two places that you're most likely to catch me and to figure out when I do streams and stuff like that. And then I have my Twitch page where I stream. I live stream on Twitch and we stream The Sims, and I'm also gonna start streaming other games as well. So come join me on my Twitch page as well. And here we have the build, guys, and I'm gonna leave you to it. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for the continued support on the channel. I really appreciate that, and there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time for another video, and enjoy the rest of the video tour. Bye, guys.